Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rosie Rosette 2020 and it is July 2nd, 2020. Okay, so what is going on in Georgia? In Troup, T-R-O-U-P County, Georgia. So this man received 1,000 years in prison on child pornography charges, okay? 1,000 years. But yet he is going to serve, no, he's out. He's out on parole. He's out on parole, but he was supposed, that was 7%. His name is Peter Mallory, who was sentenced in 2011. Oof, 2011. Okay, 2020, he's out. He's out on parole. How is it that you go from 1,000 years on child pornography to being out on parole? No, 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 no. That doesn't happen. Remember I told you about the other man who committed child pornography or child porn or something like that, whose father was a judge, a high court judge, and that man was supposed to serve 250 years. He served nothing because his father was one of the top judges in that county. But yet this man, this is in Georgia. What is going on with Georgia? I know that Atlanta is the black Mecca, but what else is going on around Atlanta doesn't make any sense. How do you go from serving 1,000 years to being free? But yet you have a plethora, and this man is white, but you have a plethora of black men who are in jail and they're innocent. But this man has been proven guilty. He had the footage. And yet he is out on parole. This doesn't make sense. He is going to commit more crimes. But that's okay because he's white, right? White is right. Is that what it is? Let me know, because this doesn't make any sense. Again, how does one man, another man, like I said, I just made the video 2 days ago, he doesn't serve any time. I think he's out on parole. The other guy who's supposed to spend 250 years in prison. 250 years. This other white man was supposed to spend 1,000 years. 1,000 years in prison. But he's out free. 2,000. So he only did 9 years. How do you get off on 1,000 years sentence and you only do 9 years? But this is Georgia. This is Georgia. But you know what? It happens all over the country. All over the country where white men get, if they get sentenced for killing people, for hanging people, for doing anything, especially to black people, oh, they get a tap on the hand. They get a tap, or for, raping, killing, doing these insane things to kids, oh, you get a tap on the hand. Is it okay for them because, is it the culture? Now, remember, and I say that because, when my people were enslaved, didn't the white masses rape the men in front of the mothers and the kids? Didn't the white masters, now wait, right? Didn't the white masses rape their slave women, the black slave women? And maybe that's why I got the skin color that I do. Didn't the masses rape the kids? Oh, I'm sorry, the ones that they didn't, give away to alligators for food. Like, what kind of sickness is this? So, since they can't do it to the slaves anymore, does the judicial system look away? So if a white man rapes a child, it's okay. If he possesses, numerous pictures of child pornography, he doesn't get a sentence because his father is a judge. Or this man who's supposed to do 1,000 years only does 9, and he gets put on parole. So what type of parole board do you have? Do you have one that's different for white and black? Yeah, you do. You do. You do. That's why so many black men in prison. Oh, but you say, well, they do a crime. Oh, do they? Well, if you want to talk about doing crimes, if that's the case, the prisons should be flooded. Flooded with white men. Flooded with white men, especially in the South. And that's nothing but truth. But let's talk about these two. Let's talk about this one in particular. How is it that you get 1,000 years, but you get off in 9? Aren't you supposed to do like half? Aren't you supposed to do like half? So that's 500 years. So Quinetta Judicial Court District Attorney John H. Cranford Jr. said Peter Mallory was released on parole despite his office's opposition. It has come to our attention of the District Attorney's Office that members of the Trump County community are concerned and upset that Peter Mallory was recently released on parole. How? But Mallory's crimes did not allow for the state to seek or the trial court to impose a sentence without parole eligibility. And parole is a power exercised exclusively by the State Board of Pardons and Paroles. Mallory was sentenced to 1,000 years behind bars in 2013 on multiple counts of possessing child pornography following his December 2012 conviction. He served 7 of the 1,000 years. I'm sorry, I thought it was 9. 7 of the 1,000 years, which is about 0.07% of his sentence. And this is that piece of shit right there. That's him. Can you get that? That's the man. Is that a clear? Let me see if I can. So, tell me, what black man do you know who got 1,000 years and got out after 7? He didn't even do 7%. He served 0.07%. Not 7%, but 0.07%. I'm not making this up. Like, how is this man supposed to do 1,000 years? He's still alive. He gets out. But yet, you have cops taking it into their own hands of people who are not even guilty. You have Breonna Taylor, who's staying in her own, she's an essential worker. She was an essential worker in her own apartment, and police raid her apartment and kill her. But yet, this creep who who has possessed multiple pictures of child, porn, but yet he's out again. So guess what he's going to do? I don't get it.